Hey friends, welcome back to Homeschool-ology. If you're new here, my name is Niki. I'm a homeschooling mom of 4, and I like to share all things secular homeschooling, a little bit about motherhood, and also traveling with a larger family. So today's video is going to be part of the travel side of things, and I'm going to share our most recent trip to Disney. So if you don't know, we do live in Florida, and we do have season passes to Disney this year. And so this is the second time I've gone with my kiddos all by myself. And so I've learned a few things about going alone and all of that. So that is what I'm going to share with you guys today. So we have now gone twice. The last time we went alone, I was only alone for like 2 partial days, 2 half days. And my mom and my sister met us on the full day that we were there. This time we drove down late at night because we had things going on during the day, and did a full day at Magic Kingdom and then a half day at Epcot before driving home. And I was completely on my own this time. No other adults went with us, or other people went with us at all. So it was just me and my 4 kiddos. And this is how it went. So it was actually fantastic. We went in the first week of May, and that is statistically like a lower crowd week, and I found that to be very true. We had really great crowds, really great weather. It was warm, but not so warm that it did get very warm, like in the highest heat part of the day, but other than that, there was a wonderful breeze. It was beautiful weather. The crowds were semi-low. I don't feel like, okay, so growing up going to Disney, there were times where crowds would be like really low, like everything was only like maybe a 10 or 15 minute wait, and that you weren't really fighting crowds at all. Like it felt almost not empty, obviously, but it felt empty compared to when the busy times were. And so I'm totally gonna knock that over if I leave it there. And so it doesn't get like that anymore, at least in my experience. Now, this is the first time we've done an annual pass in many years, because it just gotten way too expensive. And the only reason we did it this year is because it was a reasonable price, but it's only weekdays. So my husband chose not to get one for himself because he does work outside of the home, and so he doesn't have to necessarily, I mean, he has a good job, but he doesn't necessarily have super flexibility to just be taking off to go to Disney anytime. So so he chose not to get it. This is a lot of backstory, but anyways, my whole point is I've been going for a lot of years. I've seen a lot of changes to Disney happen over the years in person. And so the crowds never really get that low anymore. But they were definitely lower than other times that we have been already this year. So that was really great. So if you are planning a vacation and you want low crowds and you have the ability to go whenever you would like, that first week in May is a really good option, guys. And then we decided to do Magic Kingdom because it's one of our favorites, for the full day because there's just so much to do there. And we chose to do Epcot for the half day because we really didn't, we love Epcot, but we knew if we didn't go around the world that we could make it a shorter day, and that's what we chose to do. We went on a Tuesday and Wednesday, which are also statistically the lowest crowd days. So I think that helped a lot too. We did Magic Kingdom on a Tuesday, and it was literally one of the best days we've had at Disney in a really long time. Everybody was really excited to be there. Everybody was in a great mood. The weather was nice. We weren't doing a lot of waiting, which helps. That's when people start to get cranky, is when you're doing a lot of waiting. So it just was the best day. And so here's what we did.
Second, say good morning.
Morning.
Where are we at?
Disney World.
Disney World. Aspen, say hello.
Welcome aboard the Walt Disney World Express Monorail. your highway in the sky to the Magic Kingdom. For those of you standing, please hold onto the handrails throughout our journey and stay clear of the doors. For the comfort of others, no smoking, please. Thank you.
It goes through the hotel. Look, you can see Minnie down there. Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen any of my other Disney videos, but I have said before that we always tend to go to Futureland first and go ride Buzz Lightyear first. But usually that's because Dad is with us and he really likes that ride. That's his favorite. We all love that ride, but that's his favorite ride. And I guess we always just try to, you know, get Dad what he wants first. I don't know what it is. But this time the girls really wanted to ride Thunder Mountain. When we get there, now we didn't stay at a hotel that has early access, which you know I've talked about before and I absolutely love doing, but we found a hotel that we really enjoy staying at, but it's just off property, which means that you don't get the early access time, but that's fine, because we still got there, you know, early, and we still had to wait for the rope to drop. So but it worked out great. We ended up going the opposite direction to the left this time, and went over to Thunder Mountain because that is my two girls' favorite ride. And
Already came up? That one's not really
I don't think you could necessarily do Disney alone without somebody who is old enough to watch your younger children if you're planning to ride like the bigger rides. And so that was something that I was really worried about, but she did such a great job with them. They would go and either watch like Country Bear Jamboree or go for a small walk or sit down and have a snack. We always bring lots of snacks with us, or, you know, and I wasn't leaving her for very long periods of time. I was making sure that she wouldn't be left with them for longer than maybe 20 or 30 minutes. But she did so amazing and I was so proud of her. But having that ability is something like we wouldn't have been able to do as much as we did if we didn't have that ability. But if you have younger kids and you're going by your own, you're not going to be riding those bigger rides. And so that's not really going to be an issue for you because you're just going to be staying with them all the time doing the things that they're able to do, which would also be a fantastic thing. So she was able to stay with the little ones, and we would do the child swap so that they're old enough. My two bigger girls, the rules are somebody has to be 14 to take a rider with them, or both riders have to be over the age of 7. And since my middle daughter is over the age of 7, they can ride together on their own. And so we would just do the child swap, and they could go ride the ones that they wanted to ride, and then we would swap out, and my oldest would stay with my younger two. And it worked out beautifully. It was a really nice system that we had going. Everybody was in a great mood, but we did Thunder Mountain, and then the big girls wanted to go ride Pirates. And if you've seen any of my videos before, you know my youngest, like, every time we talk about going to Disney, the first thing she says is, yeah, I want to go. And the second thing she says is, I don't want to ride Pirates. She's, for some reason, really scared of it. I took the little two to do other things while they did that. And then And then we kind of just decided to just kind of mosey on along, along the circle, since we weren't really, we had talked about, we might not be able to do everything we want to do, but let's take it easy, And so that's kind of what we did. So we just kind of moseyed along. We did skip over Haunted Mansion because the line was really long, and we knew that we were going to ride rides during the fireworks because we've seen the fireworks show. If you don't know, if you go ride rides during the fireworks show, there are no waits for anything. And so I'll talk more about that later when I get there and to that part of our day. But so we skipped over that one, and we ended up doing Small World, and we had lunch at Pinocchio's, which is right there, which is like pizza, and it was really good. Go ahead, climb up the stairs. Try to pull it. Can you get it? Oh man, okay, let Aspen have a turn. It's really hard.
Yeah, my son wants to do this. Yeah, that's what they were telling me.
Okay, pull, Aspen, pull. Pull it up. Oh man, I can't. Brindley's turn.
Let them finish.
Oh man, okay. Jacelyn's turn. Oh man, bummer, Rooney. We missed the carousel because it was shut down at the time, but we went over and did Ariel, and then went over to the circus area. My son loves the Barnstormer, but for some reason that day he didn't want to go, and so my older two went and rode that, while I took my younger two to go see Minnie Mouse and Daisy Duck again. They really love meeting characters, and that worked out well. And then
My next
go see Daisy.
go say hi.
Reckon, can you go see Daisy? No, just leave it on until you're
Oh my
done.
goodness, I think she wants to see that button. That's a pretty fancy button you put on. Is it your birthday?
Is it your birthday?
Oh my goodness. Oh, this is a wonderful celebration. How old are you today?
How old are you turning, buddy? 6.
6? Oh my goodness, that is a good age. That's almost 2 hands. 2 whole hands. Well, 2 whole Daisy hands. Oh. So,
All right, get in.
You want to come
Aspen,
stand
go
on the
stand on the other side.
You want to cuddle in close to her?
Yay! Everybody say cheese. Good job. No, that's okay. Thank you.
Awesome.
All right, can you tell? Oh,
Beautiful.
okay. Tell Daisy bye bye.
Hi, say hi.
She wants a hug. Aspen, she wants a hug.
Say hi. And a group hug.
Good job. All right, let's go.
Have a happy birthday.
You go with her?
Go and I'm gonna go right to the other side from you. Happy birthday!
She says happy birthday. What do you say? All right. Ready? Look at mommy. Say cheese. Got it. Look over here. Say cheese. Can you give her a big hug? Awesome. Say thank you, Minnie Mouse. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. We were saving Dumbo because we were going to ride the new Tron Ride. And we were in the virtual queue, but I wanted my daughter to have somewhere to take the little two while we did that ride, because I wasn't sure exactly how long it was going to take, and so I wanted her to have some way to entertain them in a contained area. And so she took them over to Dumbo while we did Tron later in the day. But we continued on, and we did, I think at this point we went over to the Tomorrowland, and we did Buzz Lightyear, and then when we were leaving Buzz Lightyear, we did the Poop and Mover all together because everybody loves that. So we did that, then we did Buzz Lightyear, and we did have to wait a while that was the longest wait that we had, and I think it was just kind of the time of day that we ended up going. it was like right at the tail end of like the busy time. So it was like that 4:30 time frame. But when we came out of Buzz Lightyear, everything started, all the crowd started to go way down again, and we walked by Space Mountain. I had told my middle daughter that we might not be able to ride it because the line was long or we would have to wait till the fireworks. But when we walked by, it was like literally a 30-minute wait. And I was like, you know what? This is a great time to go do it. So me and my middle daughter went and rode Space Mountain because she's the only one that loves those kinds of roller coasters, and my oldest took my other two to ride the Carousel of Progress and got them a snack, and it just worked out really great. After that, we went to do the race cars, which was great. There was like a 5-minute wait for that. I think it might have been 10-minute wait for that, which was, so everything was starting to go down.
Yeah. Space Mountain was 30 minutes. I didn't go, but...
That hard work? Oh, thank goodness. Oh my goodness. Holy moly. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Oh, good grief, son. Did you have fun, buddy? Brecken, did you have fun? Yeah.
About that time, it was I had booked the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I had paid for the lightning lane for that because I promised my middle daughter the next time we returned I would do that for her because we missed it before.
Getting ready to ride mine train for the first time.
My oldest took my littlest two to go play on Dumbo, and we got on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. She loved it, and as soon as we got off, our number had been called for Tron.
Did you like it? Did you like it? What? Yes.
So we booked it over there. Little tip here, they have if you go through Circus Land, like back by the Barnstormer by the train, there's a path there, and it will take you over to Tron so that you don't have to go like all the way around into Tomorrowland and then around by Space Mountain. That was always our little like hidden secret path gym, and it had been closed for a really long time because they were building Tron back there, but now that path is open again, and you can go back there and ride, get to Tron. So we did that, and we rode Tron, and it was amazing. I have a little bit of a video. You had to put all of your stuff in a locker, so I couldn't film like any of the like actual line stuff, but I did film like us, like the queue part, like the walkthrough part, and so I'll put that in here for you guys.
Remain seated on your life cycle at all times. Keep restraints securely fastened.
Come down all the way.
Team Blue, welcome to the grid. Proceed to gates.
But it was so cool, really well done. It was a very unique experience though. You actually kind of laid down on like a motorcycle, and this back piece comes in and lays on you. So if you're claustrophobic, it might not be the best ride for you to ride, but if you think you can handle it, it was a really cool experience. I am somebody who gets like a little, not nauseous on rides, but like my tummy does turn a little bit, and so it was weird to be laying on my tummy while it was turning a little bit, so that felt kind of awkward, but it was a really great experience. We absolutely loved it. My daughter was a little nervous, but she wasn't sure, but the last time she backed out, she regretted it, and so I kept reminding her that like, you love these kinds of things and you're gonna love it, and let's just do it even though you're a little scared to do it, because you will like it. And she did. She absolutely loved it, and so I'm so glad we got to do that together. It was really fun. So I highly suggest riding it if you can join that virtual queue. Make sure you are on your phone. I was so excited because I was on my phone and I'm scrolling through, it's 6:59. I'm refreshing, and I got group 84, and I was like, oh, we're going to be one of the very first ones called, and I was so wrong. We did not get called until well into the day. I think it was like 5 or 6 o'clock. So make sure you are on refreshing at 6:59, because I was doing that and I still didn't get until much later in the day. So, but that was like so much fun. We went and picked up the other kiddos from Dumbo, and then we decided to go ahead and get dinner, and they wanted to eat at Pecos Bill. So, and because they were wanting to ride Thunder Mountain again, it's their favorite ride. And so it was getting close to time, for dinner. It was a little later than dinner, and we knew the fireworks show would start semi soon, so crowds were going to start going down because people were going to go getting in spots. So we went and ate, and then at Pecos Bill, which we love, and they have a lot of vegetarian and vegan options there, so if you have those dietary restrictions, that's a good place to go. Okay, what do you want to say, bud?
I'm back at Disney.
We're back at Disney.
And we just got our food.
And we just got what?
And we just got our food.
We got our food. Where are we eating?
At the same exact place.
At the same exact place. Is it called Pecos Bills?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it delicious? Do you love it here?
Yeah. And I almost finished my burger again. I almost finished it.
You almost finished it. What are you eating now?
An apple. These apples.
Those apples. Are they tasty?
Yeah.
Is it really good?
I know.
Where are we going after this, buddy?
We're going home.
No. Where are we going to go ride?
The
carpets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Died.
Did we try to ride them earlier today and they were broken? Yeah. So we're gonna go try again. Yeah. All right. Say bye.
And then after that, the girls did go over to Thunder Mountain. The fireworks had started. So they got to ride it. I think they rode it 3 times. And I took the little kids to go ride the magic carpets, and they had been down all day, and I was hoping that they would be up, and they weren't. So we walked past the Tiki Hut show. I can't remember the full name of it, but the birds, the Tiki Hut. And I asked the lady that was sitting there, I said, "Are you guys running this, right now?" And she was like, "Yeah, of course." And I went and parked the stroller, and she had walked away as I was walking away. I parked the stroller and I get back, and she's like, "The show's going to start immediately." And I was like, "Oh, they held it for us. That's great." And I go in there and I say thank you to the lady who opens the thing for us so that, I'm like, "Thanks for holding it for us." And, walk in the room, and there is not another soul in there. It is literally me and my children and the girl that runs starts the show in that room. And it was a very unique experience. My kids, that's not something we typically do. It was just, I was trying to find something to kill time, and we had already seen Country Bear Jamboree. So, they did enjoy it, but it was very, very odd. We basically had a private showing of the Tiki Room, which was cool and strange all at the same time. So that was really fun. My girls were done doing their stuff by then, and so we decided to head on over to Haunted Mansion because that was something we really wanted to do. We had been waiting for the crowds to be lower. We got through Haunted Mansion and then decided we were ready to go. And so it was just a really great day. I think we were done at around 9:45, and it was such a good day. We had the best day. Always getting back to the car from Magic Kingdom is always a little bit of a deal. And so one reason why I really love staying on property is because you can go straight to the bus and you just go. But if you are staying where you have to drive in and park, you do have to get back over to the ticket center, and it is, especially if you stay the whole day, anytime after the fireworks, your crowds are don't leave directly after the fireworks. That's just asking for it. But even a little bit after the fireworks end, it's still crazy town. So they of course did not enjoy that part, but we still had a great day. We got back, we got rested up and ready to go again the next day. So this video is very long already, so I'm going to make this into a 2-parter and talk about Epcot in the next one. So I hope you guys would subscribe and if you are loving this content, and if you want to share down in the comments what your best day at Disney was, I'd love to hear about it. And then I hope you guys would follow me over on Instagram at Homeschool-ology. And I hope you guys will come back and talk with me again real soon. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.